was born a donkey.
It's the donkey of the day.
For the donkey of the day. That's pretty funny.
Charlemagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
Hey, donkey of the day for Tuesday, May 30th goes the New York Giants owner, John Mara. Now, did I pronounce that right? Mara? Yeah, Mara. Now, John Mara released a statement last week confirming that Colin Kaepernick's protest was a reason the Giants didn't consider bringing the former 49ers quarterback in. Here's the statement. All my years being in the league, I never received more emotional mail from people than I did about that issue. He said the letters said things like, if any of your players ever do that, and by that they mean don't stand for the flag, we are never coming to another Giants game. It wasn't one or two letters, it was a lot. It's an emotional issue for a lot of people, more so than any other issue I've run into. Now, this is interesting, and it shows the hypocrisy of Giants fans and the Giants owner. Actually, it shows the hypocrisy of people. No need for me to kick a Giants fan, even though I'm a Cowboys fan. It just shows the hypocrisy of people because the Giants signed kicker Josh Brown to a new contract after he was arrested for domestic violence and kept him on the team last year after he was suspended for domestic violence. Now, you telling me that Colin Kaepernick doing a peaceful, nonviolent protest upset fans more than Josh Brown beating on his wife? Josh Brown's wife, Molly Brown, told police that he had been physically violent with her in more than 20 instances. During the past several years, Josh Brown admitted he had been a liar for most of his life. He claimed to have a porn addiction, admitted he had been abusive to women all the way back to the age of 7 after being molested as a young boy. Josh Brown said, and I quote, "I objectified women, and I never really worried about the pain and hurt I caused them." There was also a 2013 contract for change signed by Brown, his wife, and counselor. Okay, item number 2 states that Josh Brown had physically, verbally, and emotionally abused Molly. In a letter to friends in 2014 that Josh Brown warned would be hard to read, he admitted to carrying an overwhelming sense of entitlement. He said he viewed himself as God and that Molly, his wife, was basically his slave. In one journal entry, Josh Brown wrote that he had physically, mentally, emotionally, and verbally been a repulsive man. So, John Mara, owner of the Giants, you want me to believe that the story of Josh Brown and his abusive ways towards his wife received less backlash than Colin Kaepernick? I know y'all cut ties with Josh in October, and I know he's just a kicker. But you didn't get any letters about him? All Colin did was take a stand for people. I keep asking the question, why is Colin Kaepernick being punished for doing the right thing? A nonviolent protest in support of marginalized and oppressed communities is worse than a player whipping his wife's ass? This is really starting to make no sense. And the fact that an NFL owner, the owner of an NFL team is saying this kind of rhetoric, it's kind of different. What the hell is wrong with NFL fans? Let me run down a list of players real quick. Alden Smith was signed by the Raiders after his 5th arrest as a 49er. Ray McDonald was signed with the Bears after 2 domestic violence-related arrests with San Francisco. Greg Hardy was given a contract by my Cowboys after... Oh, you thought I was going to... You thought because I'm a Cowboy fan I was going to leave Greg Hardy out? Stop it. Okay? Greg Hardy was given a contract by the Cowboys after being found guilty by a North Carolina court for physically abusing his girlfriend. Where's the bar in the NFL? Where do fans and owners draw the line? I think it's very dangerous when owners like John Mara make it seem like nonviolent protests are worse than domestic violence, okay? John Mara said this is an emotional issue for a lot of fans, more so than any other issue I've run into. How, John? Domestic violence, one of the leading causes of death to women in the world? Nonviolent protest is the worst issue you've run into or received backlash for? If Josh Brown, I don't know. John, where are your morals? Okay? The message you're sending is very dangerous. Basically, anything goes as long as fans don't care. That's what you're saying. If fans don't make any noise about it, then we'll just sweep it under the rug and act like it never happened. I hate selective morality. Please give John Mara the biggest hee-haw, please.
The Breakfast Club.